Hello fellow simmers and welcome back to PortlineParkers Swanage Railway for an exclusive preview on his work in progress route. Here we are at Norden, and if you haven't yet obviously seen the previous video, do check out part 1 and I'll link that in the description of the video, which is the section from Swanage down to Norden. And in this video we're going to be covering Norden to Wareham, which is basically the mainline section, the mainline link from the Swanage Railway to the main line. Today we're going to be using the Loo branch's Class 47 with the updated sound set from UK Trainz sounds, which is what I've applied to the model. And on the rear of our train we have Swanage Home Base Crompton D6515, which is also another mainline certified locomotive. So here we are at Norden. We've looked around here before in our previous video. So now basically I had an email back from PortlineParker actually, and it was to do with the missing floors, you know, the tile, well, it's the missing textures on the floor. So he did mention that there are going to be some grey areas still there because he hasn't yet painted those sections. So that is because, obviously, purely because it is a work in progress still. So that's why we've got the grey areas. And also, basically, the reason I have about 700 missing assets from Dean Forest is to do with tiles, and apparently that will not be a problem in the release version. So we won't have any missing assets at all in the release version, which is fantastic news. And also another interesting update which we've had from last time is he spoke about the bridge that I spoke about. Obviously I'm a bit picky because I'm an idiot basically. I'm just an arsehole at times. But yeah, so basically that bridge is right. All of the bridges are right. They were built to incorporate double track in case BR had to make this route a double track. Obviously if if stuff got a little bit more busy on the Swanage line, they would extend it to double track. And that's quite an interesting fact actually. I did not know that. It's very interesting, but it just goes to show the depth and detail that he's actually gone in to get everything 100% correct, even down to the bridges being that slight little bit close to the single line track to make it look like it did it once incorporate double track, because they did have plans to maybe incorporate a double track line if obviously the Swanage branch got more people running on it and using it as it were. But there we go. So that's an interesting fact there for you. But yeah, so this is a game known as Trainz Plus if you don't yet know. And basically this route is absolutely fantastic. He has done, like I say, this is the best interpretation of Swanage that I've seen in any simulator to date. And all I can say to him is well done. I nearly swore there. Well done, because what is it? It's brilliant. It is brilliant. Okay, so let's get to work. So let's obviously put our loco into forward gear. We need to make sure our road is set for the journey ahead. So we need to make sure our catch is set. There we go. So we are now free and clear to head down to Wareham. We're going to release our train brake and get ourselves moving. So we're going to watch this depart. We're going to go up to. We're going to stand at this fence here, and we're going to watch our 47 depart the station. And this is with the UK Trainz sounds, Ultimate Retro Class 47 sounds, which you can download on our site at UK Trainz sounds, and I'll link a link in the description of where you can get those from, as well as the 33 sounds, which are also UK Trainz sound products. So yeah, take a look at them and use them, as it really does update your sounds. Anyway, let's get moving. So, departing Norden for Wareham. Obviously you can see 6515's there idling on the rear. Now, how did I actually do that? Well, basically I went into the editor of Trainz and I made it have the Mark 1 engine spec. So basically that stops it from revving up while at the same time as our leading loco. So it just basically idles on the back. I've just realised that point is not set. I did wonder why we had a red signal actually. Should have checked this. So we're just going to ignore this. This never happened. This never happened. Okay, so we've now got the road now. Okay guys, so look at this. Look at this. So these are Norden Sidings. So basically this is where most of the stock that are under restoration go, and they're just sort of obviously sort of shoved out the back here out of public view. But I mean, he's got these all here and looking nice. We've even got the cranes out the back here, because there is some more cranes out the back here usually. And yeah, this is all perfect and done with precision, as all of the other route is. Got the appropriate bridges coming up here, looking good. Certainly a bit of weight down the back. I suppose if you're having a dead 33 on the rear, it certainly it works the loco hard, and that's nice to see. Look at this. I've seen this in reality too, guys, mind. So I should be be able to know all of this section, because basically this was in 2018. I rode on the steam locomotives to River Frome, as they were running trains at the gala event down to River Frome. So I managed to actually get to see the section down towards Wareham, and obviously we didn't actually go to Wareham. They had to stop at the stop marker, because obviously they weren't permitted to go any further on that working day. But it was nice to see this area, and it's quite a nice little scenic route down to Wareham. One thing I did think that would be pretty good for the Swanage Railway is if they've actually made a station at Fursbrook Junction. Fursbrook Junction used to be where they had container trains come in, usually by 66s. Well, I wouldn't say, well, they're not container trains, they're tanker trains, sorry. Usually hauled by 66s in EWS livery. And obviously that depot's shut, and now all of the sidings and stuff is still left there. So it could be a good opportunity for like Swanage to build a halt or something, because there is room for a run round, and there's also some storage sidings to store the stock. So there is potential there to build a halt or a station or something. So the real life working trains on service trains on normal service days might be able to travel up there. Theoretically they could, because this whole line here is still theoretically owned by the Heritage Railway, Swanage Railway. Only a short section of the line linking to Wareham is now owned by the national network. So all this section that we're driving on at the moment is all owned by the Swanage Railway Trust. Also, PortlineParker did also say that he's mostly focused on the, obviously, scenery closest to the track. That's why we have everything and we can see everything that is close to the track, and obviously the distant scenery isn't necessarily there. So theoretically, when I was showing off this exclusive peak, this is how it should look. There's nothing wrong here, there's nothing missing. So I've got basically the full version of what PortlineParker has on his own computer at the moment. Here's Fursbrook, what I was just talking about, with all these sidings here. And he's made this well, and as you can see, look, beside us is a line there which could have potential for a run round, and we could have like a station here or something on this side. He's even put the gate into the shed there. That is still there, that gate. I've seen that gate, and it's there in present. He's got all of the old sidings where the tanker trains used to come in and out. Even the metal pole side gate in the way in there, which is great. And obviously this is now not linked to the actual line anymore, look, see. But basically, if Swanage could extend that and make a run round loop here, which would be interesting to see. I mean, just looking at Fursbrook, look, he's done an absolutely fantastic job here. You've got all of the buildings, the gates, some line side scenery such as this ballast just sort of plonked down there, some old track which looks wicked. Look at that. These are some old track assets. They look really cool. All of the 3D trees and stuff. I just realised I'm over speeding. And yeah, it's all looking really nice here at Fursbrook. And another great job by him. So we're literally coming up to a crossing soon, which is quite a spot for train enthusiasts. And this, because there's a gradient, because we're on obviously a massive downhill gradient now, and this is basically quite a popular spot for when Swanage have galas and they operate trains down to the River Frome section and the stopboard. This gradient here is some really nice, well, it's a great place to get some epic thrash or or chuffs from steam and diesel locos, and that is that crossing just over there, and they all sort of film from that section there as the train comes around here. As you can see, we do have some missing textures, ground textures here, but that is obviously because he is still working on this specific section of the route. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive the 47 down to Wareham, and then we're going to switch ends, and I'm going to drive 6515 back down to Norden. So, and then we can do the uphill gradient towards Norden. Scenery it leaves you speechless, let's put it that way, because it is, as I say, and as I said in the previous video, there is nothing I can say that looks wrong about this route, because there is nothing wrong with it. Everything is made with precision, it's all correct, everything is how it should be. It feels and looks like the railway, and that's what you want in any simulator, really. So here we are coming up to sort of that River Frome section now, and we passed a few bridges towards Wareham. See, you can see he's still this part and this section is still quite a heavy work in progress. It's quite an interesting drive, this section here. It's quite challenging to keep speed to how we should be. Got all the foot crossings and stuff as well. So yeah, so this is the river. Look at this, guys. It's obviously still a work in progress, but I can see this coming along really well here. This is sort of where we stop on the stop marker. Just look at this. There's the River Frome there, look. We've got all the appropriate bridges, and the scenery looks seriously good. So usually we would stop here and gain permission to proceed. So we're going to stop here and gain permission to proceed and act like as if it was a real railway. So you would now obtain the token and gain authority to proceed onto the mainline network. So we can just pretend that that's happened and continue our journey towards Wareham. Oh, listen to that, a bit fresh. Look at this bridge. Look at this. Isn't this great? Look, there's ducks. It's got ducks. Now let me get out and look at that. There's a drone camera there. We've got no. They move. They move. That's so wicked. Oh my god, I didn't realise that. Oh, that's brilliant. We've got moving wildlife. Oh my god, I'm overspeeding. I've got to put off with the ducks. Oh, we're stopping. I think I'm supposed to have an AWS on here, but I actually haven't got it showing up. Yeah, this is the reason we had to stop there, because of the stop marker there. So we've got a catch point here. This is Worgret Junction here, so this is onto the main line. As you can see, we have the main line here. He's even put the concrete sleepers in on the main line, so it's not bullhead track anymore as we're reaching the main line. That's great to see. We've got all of the old, these sort of disused generators here, these rusty old things, and these buildings here. This was all here in reality. I know this from looking at videos and photos, because I haven't actually been down to Wareham before, but looking at videos and photos, this is all right. And yeah, this is brilliant. So we've got a nice through road down to Wareham now, so we should be able to do it. I also want to find out what's going on my AWS, because for some reason it's not showing up on my screen. I don't know why that is. Maybe if we go back in the editor and then back into... Okay, we've got a malfunction on our AWS for some reason, so if I... In fact, I'll isolate it. Yeah, I've turned it off. So that should isolate our AWS, so we shouldn't have any issues. Right. Let's head on our journey down to the station. Cool, we have got a bit of a gradient here, so we need to make sure we open up a little bit. Turn my game audio down, it might make a bit of a difference for you guys, because I think my game audio is a bit loud. It might interfere with some of the audio recording that I have. Because funny enough, I haven't got myself a headset yet, so I actually do my voice recordings over my iPhone. So yeah, so it can be a bit hit and miss at times. Okay, so we're going to get up to speed now along this mainline section down to Wareham. Let's make some noise. So I'm going to be quiet now and just let you enjoy the delights of this brush type 4 locomotive along the mainline section towards Wareham. So I'm just going to let you enjoy this epic thrash and open the loco up. Oh, I don't believe it. Our AWS is still going off. And it's not showing up on the screen. So it stopped us, look. Isolate it. That's a pain in the arse, because usually it's up in this top corner, the AWS symbol, but it's not working for some reason at the minute. Here we are coming up to Wareham Station now, guys. our mainline station. Now the Swanage platform for the Swanage Railway used to come in here, so the Bay platform, Wareham, back in the day. Well, it's not there now, it's actually in the site of a car park now. I'm going to overshoot this a bit, I think, or not. No, we're good. We're all good, look at that. Bang on. So here we are at Wareham. Activate fly camera. We're going to have a little fly around Wareham here. So see, we've got all the nice canopies, the appropriate buildings. I still think that he might have some other stuff to add at Wareham just soon. This might not be 100% correct yet. Well, not correct. Sorry, 100% complete yet. I'm not sure, but this is all looking right and looking pretty nice. We've got all the car park here. Look at Wareham Station, as well as all the bungalows and stuff which are seen alongside the station in reality. I've also seen this signal box here. I know that's there because I've seen it from the road, actually passing over. And there you go. Look at that. Oh, look at this view. He's captured the views perfectly. He has. He's like I say, it just has the routes captured them iconic views really well. And it's honestly, he's done such a grand job on this. As you can see, this area is obviously still quite a heavy work in progress, because this is obviously where he is up to with the route, to be honest, in the means of scenery detail, line side as well as distant. But he also has the sign, the British Rail sign there of Wareham. We have the overbridge as well as the foot crossing, all perfectly good and well done. And yeah, this is Wareham, and it's looking great. They've even got the bus lanes and where buses park. Fantastic work. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go into our editor, and we're going to change our engine spec on the 6515 to default, and then that should stop it from just idling along now. And now we should be able to swap cabs, or not. Oh, that's just... Oh, now we've got the AWS kicking in. Of course we have. It's obviously a glitch with the thing. Okay, so we're all functional with 6515. Oh, another thing is I forgot to do, we need to change our engine spec on the 47 to the Mark 1 coach engine spec now, considering it's on the back, as we want that idling on the back as well now. So, little tutorial here, guys, as well as the video. You get to see how I make them just idle on the back of the of the stock. So we select Mark 1 coach engine spec, and then it basically acts like it's a Mark 1 coach. It doesn't rev up or anything. It also turns locos off, which is a good thing. So basically, if you have it as a Mark 1 coach engine spec, and obviously save the session, and then just go back into the session, you'll find that the engine sounds are turned off on the loco, which is great. So then you have like siding locos, which is doing nothing, and that's great to see, because it's so annoying just having all the locos ticking over all at once. Right, there we are. So we need to update our head codes now. So we can do this by holding Control and right clicking and then going on View Details. And then we're going to change our number 1 head codes to 98, which is a typical Southern Region head code. And we're also going to put the top bar on as well. There we are. So there we are, that's looking smart now, isn't it, guys? D6515. Look at that. The lighting in this game looks fantastic, actually. The lighting in Trainz has certainly improved the overall look of the game, and as you can see, that just looks such a great sight there. And with the coaching stock, it's quite prototypical. This it actually looks like the 33 is leaving with obviously the SIG set or the TC set that usually pulls obviously on the main line. Right, I think it's time we depart for Norden now, don't you guys? So we're gonna say take it away, D6515. With our UK train sounds on. When the brakes decide to release, that is. There goes our 47 idling on the back there, look. Listen to that. Start slowing up now. Take her off the power. Heading up to the Swanage branch. Slight downhill section here towards Norden. Oh, look at this guy, just look at this. Just love all the clutter that he puts beside the line as well. That's a better view actually there. It's nicer there. That's basically in the seat, pretty much. Going over the river again, look, with the ducks. So again, if you haven't yet seen the first part, or you know, this is like the only video you've seen of all the videos I've done of PortlineParkers Swanage Railway, do remember that this is an exclusive look and this route is not available for download at the moment because it's not yet finished and it's still a heavy work in progress in areas. So oh, here we are coming up the bank. Just going to start opening up. A bit of wheel slip. Ah. From. Just sounds and looks awesome, doesn't it? It really does. The whole route as a whole just looks awesome. And I've got to tell you guys, I have not been off this route. I play it all the time now. I find it so enjoyable, and it's just nice to see an up-to-date interpretation of Swanage that I can enjoy, really, because and I'm going to be honest with you, I wasn't like 100% impressed about Second Valve's version of Swanage, and I know I keep going on about his one, and I do apologise to him. He did a good job, okay, I'll give him that. He did a grand job of of what he achieved in railworks. There's no question that his attempt was good, because it was, and it was really good. But there was just things that I wasn't as keen, you know what I mean? There was areas where I was like, I had issues like milk bottles and glitches and things, and there was just, areas that I thought, that could have been done better, or this could have been done better. We will see that in a video, don't worry guys, I will do a review on Second Valve's version. I still haven't yet got a clean and working version of that route. I've got all the requirements, and I've got obviously the freeware assets that it needed to run it, but I can't, for some reason I just can't get it to work, because I can't get rid of that glitch at Harmon's Cross with the funny black canopies. I heard that it's been fixed now, but for some reason every time I try and download Swanage route it just does not fix, and I don't understand why. And this is obviously for railworks. And also I still have missing narrow gauge track. For some reason the narrow gauge at the Mineral Mining Museum just will not show, no matter how many times I try and install the route. So if anyone is out there and use railworks, aka Trainz Simulator 2020, and you have any ideas on how to fix this, please do let me know, because I don't really particularly want to review the route until this is fixed, because I want everything to be spotless and everything to show, as it were, because I wouldn't want to review a route and have bits missing. I prefer to have everything. But if I cannot get that fixed, then I'm just going to have to review it as it is. But yeah, that is a shame, and that could use just sorting out somehow. So if anyone knows, please do let me know. So here we are, coming up to the bridge towards we're not far from Norden now. We'll soon be back to our starting point location. As you see, he's got all of the foot crossings in the correct place, and they all look right. This area here all looks correct. I've seen this obviously in reality. I've come through here. We've also got the appropriate speed signs in all the correct places as well. So we're now coming down to the 20-mile-an-hour limits. I have to brake on a bit too long now. Sort of on a downhill gradient here towards Norden. But he's got all of the profiling correct on the route as well. If you noticed, all the gradients and the actual profiling of the track work is all spot on, really. Look, all this stuff on the side of the line, like all these old, ballast bits of scrap and rails and tarpaulins and other bits and pieces. All of this is as of real life. It all looks just like the real thing. So we are reaching our 10-mile-an-hour limit over our crossing now. This is me forgetting that, because obviously I was too busy talking. It's hard to review and drive at the same time. So the cab controls in the 33 still do not work, so they haven't updated that just yet, but they're are working on it apparently. The lights, still no light glare on it for some reason. But again, you know, I think all of this will be patched up in the future. This is something for Oron to look into. Nicely coasting into Norden there, fantastic. And there we go, guys. We have reached our destination at Norden, our starting point. So we've done the whole mainline section down to Wareham. Let's just take a look at Corfe Castle in the distance, shall we? Look, there it is, look at that. There we go. So if you want to see the actual Swanage Railway, the preserved section, please do look at part 1 of this video, which I'll also link obviously in the description of the video. I'll also link the UK Trainz Sounds website in the description of the video, so you can check out some of the sound upgrades we have for locomotives in Trainz. And if you're interested in this PortlineParkers Swanage Railway route, check out the demo on the Oron download station. He's got a Swanage Railway demo which goes from Swanage to Hurst&Holt, so you can sort of get a general idea of how it looks and obviously how it feels. There is obviously, you know, like I say, it's a work in progress, so not everything will be there. There will probably be some ground textures missing, etc. But it's still nice to look at and see what he's done for that section. And yeah, so thank you for watching this video, guys. Continue to support us. It is honestly much appreciated. And you know, continuing to comment, like and subscribe, it all helps. And yeah, let me know what you want to see in the next few videos. So this has been Samuel Beeman of BLS. This has been Trainz Plus. Hope you enjoyed the video, and well done to Portline Parker for this fantastic bit of kit and this awesome, well, I could say so many good words for this route, but yeah, it is perfect. So thanks very much, guys. This has been Samuel Beeman. Goodbye for now.